Hello guys, this lecture is Rigid Body Dynamics lecture 2.1 and this is about moment of inertia of uniform rod. Now let's say we have a rod in here in which we need to find the moment of inertia of this rod, but we are given that the axis is at the end of the rod passing through the one end of the rod and perpendicular to the rod. Okay, so here if we need to find moment of inertia, we need to keep in mind that our moment of inertia for this case here, the object here is a distributed mass. Here this is not a point mass system, rather a distributed mass system. So the formula we will use is dm into r square integration, right? So now let's see. So here we need to first choose a small element. This small element is chosen like this. From the axis at a distance x, we choose a small element that's length is dx. So this element's length is dx. Now we are given that the rod is uniform, right? So if the rod is uniform, then total mass of the rod is m. So mass per unit length, let's write mass per unit length lambda, that will be mass by length. So we defined lambda, which is mass per unit length, that is m by L. So the small mass, this strip, this small mass, this one's mass, how much will be the mass of this part? So mass of this part, let's say this is a small mass dm, that dm will be lambda into dx. How? Let's see, we tell you that this total rod is 10 kg and this total is 10 meter long. So technically for 10 meter you have 10 kg. So for 2 meters you will be saying that this is 2 kg, right? So how do you know? You will divide 10 kg by 10 meter. So mass per length into length of the required portion. So required portion is 2 meter. So 2 meter here. So this gives us 2 kg, right? So this is the way we measure the small mass. Here similarly we will write, so dm will be mass by length into the length of the small portion dx. So this is the mass of this small element. Now for this, this behaves as a point mass here. Now this point mass is rotating about the axis like this. So its moment of inertia, small moment of inertia di, can be written as dm into r square. So for total moment of inertia I, we need to integrate this dm into r square. Now what is dm here? Dm is m by L into dx, and r is the distance from the axis. So this distance is x. So we have put those values here and we need to integrate this. So we are getting the function m by L into x square dx. After integration we get m by L, x square dx integration is x cube by 3, and the limits are 0 to L. So from the axis, the one end of the rod, that is at 0 distance, and the other end of the rod is at L distance. So limit is our 0 to L here. Now putting the values, we are getting ml square by 3. This is the moment of inertia of the rod about this one end. Now let's take another case. This is another case in which the axis passes through the center. Here as the axis passes through the center, we have limits. We need to choose the limit from the axis, right? So let's say this is one end, this is other end. So this one end is to the left side by L by 2 distance and the other end is to the right side at L by 2 distance. So here our limits that we need to keep in mind, that our limits must be from minus L by 2 to L by 2, because our distances are measured from the axis. So one end is at minus L by 2 distance, other is at L by 2 distance. Now here also we will solve same way. From the axis at a distance x, we choose a small element whose length is dx. That small element's mass, we are writing dm, is m by L into dx. Now we will integrate this value. So m by L into dx into r square, which is our x square. R value is x here, so that element is at x distance. Now we will integrate it from minus L by 2 to plus L by 2 here. So our limits are minus L by 2 to plus L by 2. So exact same integration as the previous case, but here the limits will be different, and this gives us ml square by 12 as the answer. Now let's change the orientation of the object and see what happens. Now we are talking about a third case here. Here the rod is little bit oriented about the axis. In the previous case, rod was like this and axis was passing through its middle or passing through its one end. Here axis is passing through its one end, but it is not perpendicular. It is having some angle with the rod. In this case, what is the moment of inertia of the rod? So see here, always keep in mind that always when we choose the element, the points at how much distance they are from the axis, that is our r. When we are putting dm into r square formula, r is the point distance, the point's distance from the axis, okay, not from one end or not from the middle point. That we should keep in mind. Now here see how to solve. From one end at a distance x, we choose a small element dx again here. Now this dx element's mass will be again dm, which is m by l into dx. This is the mass part. Now this mass, it is how much distance from the axis here. So we have taken this distance as x. So here we are getting a triangle kind of structure like this, and this angle is theta, this distance is x. So this distance will be x sine theta, right? This distance will be x sine theta. So our r here will be equal to x sine theta, because r is the distance of the point from the axis, not from one end, from the axis here. So we are using x sine theta. So instead of r, we have put x sine theta square. So our integration will be of this function m by l into x square sine square theta dx. But sine theta is constant, because theta is constant, so sine theta is constant, and hence sine square theta is also constant. So m by l into sine square theta, they came out. Only x square dx part and x square dx integration gave us x cube by 3. And here also, what is the variable? Variable is the x, and x minimum value. What is the value, minimum value of x? Means the distance of one end and distance of other end, that is the maximum value. This is the maximum value and this is the minimum value. So minimum value of x will be 0 and maximum value of x is L. So our limit are from 0 to L. So by putting it, we are getting ml square by 3 sine square theta. This is the answer.